Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're tackling something that is literally a massive paradigm shift. If you've ever felt like you're just sprinting on a financial hamster wheel, like you're putting in these relentless, grueling hours, but your bank account barely even budges, well, you're definitely not alone. It turns out that traditional formula we've all been taught, the one that says just work harder to make more money, it's fundamentally flawed. So let's dive right in and figure out why hard work actually lacks wealth. We really have to ask ourselves a pretty uncomfortable question right out of the gate. Why is it that millions of people work harder and harder every single year, yet they never seem to build real wealth? I mean, think about the totally exhausted corporate employee clocking 80 hours a week. Now, contrast that with a successful modern entrepreneur who somehow has an abundance of both time and capital. The realization here is pretty staggering. The main difference? It isn't sweat, it's systems. A tiny percentage of people become millionaires not by working endlessly until they drop, but by deploying modern tools and strategies. All right, section 1, the hard work myth. Let's break this illusion. So there is this massive chasm between two very distinct approaches to making a living. On one side, we have the traditional path, which is all about trading your time for money. It's a completely linear equation, right? You work an hour, you get paid for an hour. The problem is, your time is strictly limited. Now contrast that with the wealth path, which relies on leverage, systems, and making smart decisions. Imagine a freelance graphic designer who bills hourly. That's the traditional path. But now, imagine that exact same designer building a suite of high-quality UI templates and selling them online to thousands of people simultaneously. That is the wealth path. The idea that you have to physically outwork everyone is a complete myth. Out-strategizing them is the actual reality. Moving on to section 2, income versus true wealth. It's time for a paradigm shift. It turns out true wealth is strictly about ownership. It's about owning assets and systems that generate value completely independently of your daily time. Earning a massive salary as a highly specialized doctor or, say, a top-tier lawyer, that is fantastic income, for sure. But here's the catch. If you stop working, that money stops flowing entirely. True wealth actually means owning assets like real estate, index funds, or scalable digital businesses that literally work for you while you're sleeping. You really aren't truly wealthy until your systems are out there generating that value for you behind the scene. Building on that idea, the psychology required to make this shift is just fascinating. Wealthy minds actively project anything that doesn't offer long-term leverage. They obsess over building systems, and they prioritize ownership above pretty much all else. Plus, they guard their time fiercely, outsourcing or automating wherever they possibly can. And this is key. They completely avoid those tempting get-rich-quick traps. This isn't about magical thinking, okay? It's about executing realistic, ethical wealth-building principles over short-term gratification. If a new strategy doesn't detach their income from their time, they just reject it entirely.
Which brings us to section 3, the power of leverage, multiplying your output.
Think about it this way. When you rely strictly on manual labor, your output is capped at exactly 1x. You only have so many hours in a given day, right? But the second you build a system, that output scales to 100x. And it does it without needing sleep or food or taking a vacation. Whether that's a piece of software you wrote, a digital product you created, or an automated marketing workflow you set up, that system runs 24/7. It's a simple, albeit surprising fact. One person using automation and digital tools today can drastically outperform someone relying solely on their own human effort. Let's jump into section 4, high income skills and AI, the modern systems.
So what's the common denominator between skills like coding, content creation, public speaking, negotiation, and building digital products? Well, they all allow individuals to generate wildly outsized value. When you learn to code or create really compelling content, you essentially build something once, and then it can be distributed infinitely at basically zero marginal cost. That is the very essence of smart work in our modern economy.
And right now, integrating AI isn't just some passing trend, it is the ultimate multiplier for these exact skills. A traditional workflow is just a drop in the bucket compared to a workflow completely powered by AI and automation. If you're a content creator using AI to instantly summarize hours of research, or a coder using large language models to write boilerplate code in seconds, your output absolutely explodes. We are quite literally witnessing the greatest leverage tool introduced in our lifetime, and it is fundamentally separating those who just work hard from those who truly work smart. All right, section 5, investing and compound growth, the secret to effortless capital.
Here's the thing, true wealth builders almost never rely on just one single source of income. Think of it like putting out buckets to catch the rain. You take the active, highly leveraged income from your primary business or your high-income skills, and you pour that capital into passive wealth buckets, things like the stock market and real estate. Smart investing creates multiple independent streams of income that grow exponentially over time through compound growth. Basically, your money becomes your absolute hardest working employee, multiplying itself without you even having to actively supervise it. And finally, Section 6, the 90-day action plan. Let's get a structured approach going. If you want to start applying this today, the blueprint is simple, but it does require extreme focus. Step 1, pick just one high-income skill that resonates with you and totally master it. Step 2, build leverage and systems around that specific skill so you aren't just selling your hours. Step 3, aggressively automate the repetitive parts with AI to multiply your output. And finally, Step 4, invest the surplus capital you generate for that sweet compound growth. It's not magic, it's just actionable insider advice that anyone can execute if they're consistent. There's this quote that really hits the nail on the head. Become a millionaire not by working endlessly, but by using leverage, systems, and smart decisions. Honestly, this is the ultimate aha moment of this entire explainer. Strategy and systems will always beat sheer physical exhaustion. It's all about working smarter on the right things rather than just endlessly working harder on everything. And that leaves us with one final critical question for you to ponder right now. Are you building your own systems, or are you just working hard inside someone else's? Take a moment to truly think about your current path. The tools for massive leverage are out there. They are literally waiting for you to use them. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this sparks a completely new way of thinking about your wealth generation strategy. Keep learning, keep building, and I will catch you next time.